movies for Black girl nerds.
This morning about the girlfriend experience and this wonderful, unique touch and perspective that you bring to it.
Good morning, Gianna. Thank you.
Thank you. With this type of, when you work on an anthology series, it's almost like the seasons are cousins to each other more so than sisters. What are the pros to working in those type of confines where you are part of a greater series, but you can still put your own individual stamp on it?
That's really well put. I mean, I would really think of it as cousins who are related and live in the same world, but are utterly unique and free to pursue their own dreams. So I think with this season 3 of The Girlfriend Experience, it pays tribute to what has come before. And obviously I'm such a fan of the franchise and Steven Soderbergh's film and what Amy Seimetz and Lodge Kerrigan have created in season 1 and 2. And it's, so I was carefully stepping into these shoes, but then also within the framework, I had tremendous freedom to make it my own and bring to the table to the tech angle and neuroscience world and the big questions of data and everything that has become season 3.
That was the most fascinating for me about the season, was the whole tech angle, which is, when people think of tech, it's clinical, it's very clear. But then you have Iris Cassie, who is working in the sex industry, who's also a sex worker in addition to being sort of a genius working in this tech space. It gave me such a cool sci-fi type of feel all the time. Is that fair to say that it has more like of a futuristic type of vibe this season?
Absolutely. I think of it as future facing. It's everything that you will see in the show in this season is has already been worked on, is already in development. The product isn't necessarily 20 years out in the future. It might be 5 to 10. And obviously when we're talking about the big question of, machine consciousness, I mean, you'll have to talk to our AI advisor or someone who knows more about this than I do. But I was trying to be sort of authentic about the way the tech world operates.
As a short filmmaker, by working in this limited series, is that kind of like more of a sweet spot when you're working within a TV capacity, as coming from that film background? How did you like that as a director?
I loved it. I mean, working on 10 episodes of this season, it was really an amazing opportunity to treat the whole experience as a ginormous independent feature that is, where you have one DP, one editor, one director in this case, and you shoot it like a feature essentially.
Mm-hmm. As these Iris goes through her journey, she's had some self-discovery things, and we go from beginning to end with our characters and see where they end up. But as a director, there are also touches and things that are consistent from beginning to end. Do you have a signature touch or a singular point every episode, like, this is my own mental mark that I've executed this the way I want it to, and is that a signature in every episode that you do?
That's a really fun question. I would say that every episode is unique in that it propels the story forward in slightly different ways. But then, to me, the great opportunity of directing 10 episodes of an entire season is that you, as a director, you have the ability to create tone in a very cohesive fashion, like you would in a feature. So that tone to me is, obviously the confluence and the interplay of all these amazing creative elements, like the colors and the shapes and the lightness and the framing and all that stuff, the movement. So all of that, I think that was a very deliberate tone that we were aiming for, that is somewhere in between, grounded naturalistic performances and the elusive out there future facing stuff that we can't quite pin down, and then to kind of find the tone between those two elements or poles.
This series is so interesting because it's just so different. We've seen lots of shows that are remakes, restarts, similar characters. Does this give you hope as a creator that we're going more into new, unique stories?
I definitely think that this, franchise is utterly unique, and the way it was conceived, that it's based on an independent film, but then each season gives creative freedom to independent filmmakers to envision a new take on the franchise and bring a new character, a new story world to life. I think that's utterly unique, and that definitely has been a tremendous opportunity at the network STARZ. You know, and they've said, like, just go make this special, go play. And I think that's utterly, you know, cool in the age of television, where we're all very, you know, where we're all like love to discover new shows and new forms of storytelling. And I think this is a tremendous time where we can just bring more different kinds of voices to the table and have different forms of expression. I mean, I'll leave it
Awesome.
at that. And STARZ has been an amazing home for it. I can't say more like appreciative things about them.
Well, thank you. Well, shout out to Women. Congratulations. Marvelous episodes. I can't wait to see the rest of them and how the supporters will react to it when it airs. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you.
Take care.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.